Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I really want to try this look I've seen some people do with brown eyes. It's kind of like a smoky eye look, and I have like really brown eyes to the point like maybe if they were slightly darker they would probably be black. But I want to try the smoky eye look today, and so I'm going to use my Naked Urban Decay Heat Palette because there's some dark shades in here and they're brown, and you'll see. Let's go. Alright, so I'm going to use the brush that it comes with until I need a different one. But I'm going to start off with, I don't want to go with the deepest shade first. I'm going to go with the second deepest shade and put it on my eyelid. And I'm just kind of like patting the color in place before I do any kind of blending. Just kind of put it where I want it to be. Now I'm going to go in with the next shade. Now I'm going to go in with the fluffy end of my brush and just lightly blend these two colors together. This is pulling like really burgundy on me, but I'm not mad at it because it kind of looks really like fall colors. I don't know why, but burgundy is just such a fall color to me. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this lighter shade. Oops, don't make it this glitter. Just the lighter shade here. Oh, I'm just using both of them, I guess. And I'm just gonna take that up kind of towards my brow bone. My brow bone is already set, and these two shades kind of match the color that I have on my brow bone, and this is just going to help kind of diffuse everything, all of the edges. A part of me really wants to make it like a little bit darker, so I'm just going to go in with this brush and then the darkest shade. I wanted to start light because sometimes if you start dark, it's hard to kind of lighten your makeup, but if you start light, you can always darken it a little bit. So I'm just gonna put like a tiny bit on top just to add a little something, but not too much. And I'm not gonna take it up too high, just very low on the eyelid and very lightly dusting this on. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so I have this Thrive Cosmetics eyeliner. I have not shown it on here in a long time, but this end is like a smudger and this end is the eyeliner. And I'm gonna use this today for lining my eyes, but I'm not gonna do like a wing liner. I'm just gonna tight line my upper lash line. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a smudger, and I'm going to try to smudge it so it blends a little bit better, so it doesn't look so clean. With the smoky eye, I feel like the makeup doesn't always look super clean. It looks kind of, I don't know, just very well blended. And there's just a lot of layers, I feel like, with smoky eye makeup. I don't usually do smoky eye makeup, so I feel like my approach is very much like uniform, kind of classic with a classic eyeliner. I have not worn the Swinky Lux foundation in a long time, so let's wear it today. Sometimes I have trouble getting this one out of the bottle though. Oh, not today. Come right out. And then I usually just take my concealer brush and just use it to brush on the product. Alright, now I'm going to just use my brush to blend this in. I can't remember if I usually use a beauty sponge or a brush, and I don't know how much. This looks really good. It blended out really good. I'm not gonna lie, when I put the color on my face, I was thinking, how is that about to look? It looks pretty good. Pleasantly surprised by that. I think I'm going to use both of these. I'm going to put the Neutrogena on my inner eye. Both of these are probably my two most smoothing concealers, to be completely honest with you. I think that these concealers just look the best on me and they blend out so good. This is the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Healthy Skin Concealer. And then this one is the Jaclyn Hill. I've been using this one a lot over the summer. The deep in the shade Deep Golden Rich. I was kind of getting tongue twisted there, and I still am. And I'll put that on the outer part of my face. I'm gonna use my brush to blend this out. I don't know why, but whenever I use my brush for my foundation, I just end up using a brush for everything else. So blending out this lighter color first and then going into the more natural finish of my skin. I kind of pat it in and then I kind of swipe it together. It works for me. You have to see what works for you and your skin. That's how I usually do mine, and then it gives me that finish. It looks good. Okay, this is all of that blended in. I really like it. I haven't put on that Neutrogena concealer in a long time, so it's like kind of throwing me off a little bit. But now let's get into the powder. I'm going to use my chalk dust powder. It looks blurry on the camera, but that's just how the font is. And it's in the shade In. It's super yellow. I've used this before. I have a damp beauty sponge, and it's all over the sponge and all over everything else. That's okay. And I'm going to just use that to set that concealer. I just love this I love this powder. Now that like I've kind of figured out how to use it, I am able to like neutralize kind of my makeup with it, because sometimes with some of the stuff, because I'm not good at like shade matching myself, but I don't think I'm horrible at it, but I'm not great at it. And this powder really helps to kind of neutralize some of the products that I use underneath, like if they're too orange or maybe too yellow. It really helps me to be able to make them match my skin tone a little bit better. Now I'm going to go with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in the shade 35, and I'm going to add a little bit of this shade 40 into it. And I'm just going to take my powder puff and just put it on the lower half of my face. The reason why I use a darker powder on the bottom is because I want it to be a little bit closer to my natural skin tone, as opposed to the one in my inner face, the inner parts of my face, like my T-zone, because I want my T-zone to be brightened, which some people, and I have also, just opted for like a all one tone kind of look, like more of a just natural one powder all over the skin, which is fine. But whenever I like to do like full glam, I like to use two powders, just because it's a little bit more true to how my face actually looks, because I do have a lot of different colors in my face, which is really cool, but sometimes it just makes for more steps to kind of make it you, but better. And then I like to go in with a brush, and because sometimes there's like extra product in there that my powder puff can't get to, and just use it to kind of help set and blend the rest of my foundation, or not my foundation, my powder. Now I'm going to go in with my bronzer. This is like my new favorite step. I don't know why it took me so long to buy bronzer, but I love it so much. And I say this pretty much every time I apply it, but I do it above where my jawline, where I can feel my teeth, because this is where I would contour, and then this is where I would place blush, so I try to put it right in between those two areas. And I just dust it on. I hope I don't have bronzer blindness. If I do not tell me. I just will learn on my own. But that's how this is how I apply it. This is not the best brush for this. I have brushes that would be better, but now I've gotten used to doing it with this brush, so Oh well. My powder puff and my pressed powder from CoverGirl, the Clean and Fresh powder. And I'm gonna set my under eye because it looks like I kind of did not get really close up there, which would make sense because I used a sponge instead of this, which gets literally right there, unlike my sponge, which can't. I'm just gonna go over top of that just to make sure it's further set, because I don't want anything to attach itself to that concealer and it'll look weird, you know. Okay, I've done this before with another palette. You guys didn't see it because I did it like on a day where I wasn't filming, and I did it with like a baby pink blush and it turned out so good. But this time I don't have like a blush that's kind of really dark that I want to use, and I don't want to put any shimmers on my cheeks just because this is like a total matte look. So I'm going to go back in with my eyeshadow palette and hope I don't ruin my makeup. I'm going to try, let's see. Let's go in with this color. It's called Red Devil, whatever. Fun fact, that was the mascot at my school at one point in time. And I'm just gonna pat that on my cheeks. It looked really pretty with the pink shade that I did a while back, so we're trying it with this eyeshadow. It kind of looks good. Definitely I'm gonna have to blend it out further than using this powder puff, but it looks really good. Ooh. Gonna go with my brush. There might be some powder left in here since I never clean it. And I'm just gonna use that too. I applied it way better over here. It's so subtle, but that's kind of what I wanted. This does not work with every matte shadow. You have to make sure you choose a matte shadow that is like, I don't know, really like probably one of your better ones, the best quality ones, because sometimes it can look really patchy. But that's why I use my powder puff. I use a dirty powder puff, but so that it would hopefully blend good, and it looks really good. All right, I'm so happy that looks good. I love that color. Now I feel like I need to go out and buy a blush that's this color because it looks good with the bronzer. It's not muddy. So now I'm gonna do my under eyes, and I feel like I kind of need to add, because I tightlined my eyes, which means you put black on the lower waterline, which a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing, but I do it all the time. But I think I'm gonna add a little bit more black below there, like right on the edge of my eyelashes. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't look raccoon. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use a different pencil for this. I'm gonna use the NYX Professional pencil just because it's a little bit drier than the other pencil, and I don't want this to move on me. Like, I don't want to line it and then have it fall down, because then it'll really look like raccoon. See, you know what might be helpful? If I put my mirror up here, then I could really get underneath. I don't know why, but doing that like made me so dizzy. When I like look up too hard, it makes me dizzy. A lot of things make me dizzy. That's what it looks like right now. I'm gonna use this brush. It's my concealer brush, and it's dirty. All my stuff is dirty, but I'm just gonna use it to help kind of smudge it out a little bit, since there's a little bit of product on here. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade, and I'm just gonna go kind of right over top of that in a way. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade. Oops. And just kind of blend it out. Oh yeah, I do not have the eye shape to pull this off. Okay, so I almost forgot, I did buy a new lip gloss. It's from Becca Cosmetics, and it's in the shade Shane Pale Cocktail Lip Gloss. Ooh, champagne cocktail. Is that what I said? I hope that's what I said. But I'm gonna put this on. Oh. It's really, really pretty. These are brown, like a little bit deep, but just for this look on its own, perfect. It smells really good too. Okay, like I said, this looks pretty on its own, but since this look I feel like is a little bit more dark and smoky, I know I said I put out a brown too, but this is what I've been using to like darken up my lip combos lately. It's the e.l.f. lip lacquer in the shade Burgundy, and as you can see, it's a true burgundy. I never swatch anything on this channel. Oop, this is what it looks like. It looks really pretty on my hand. I never wear it all on its own because like I can't do that personally. I don't feel comfortable wearing like a super dark lip, but I'll just go in like this. Make some dots in my lips and then blend it on my lips like this. And it made it darker. I'm gonna add like 2 or 3 more dots. Oh my gosh, it just broke. Oh, it's okay. I can still make dots with this. Yeah. See, now it's like the darkness that I wanted, and it's like a pretty berry color. Okay, so this is the finished look. I think my favorite part about this look is the blush. It is so pretty. It's so fall. It's not like a really harsh red, but it's so like a pretty, just burnt kind of orange. And it's not even blush. It's my eyeshadow from the Naked Urban Decay Heat palette. So I love that. And I love the eyes, but I would have to, because I did kind of what I was like just seeing on Instagram, but I would, if I did this again, I would kind of have to curate it to my eye shape, because honestly I don't think it looks flattering on my eye shape because my eyes are upturned, and I feel like this is just, it looks out of place on me. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. And yeah, so this is the final look, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.